Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final show this week on Celtic Cajun RPG. I am tired. It has been a long week, but I want to thank all of you for coming out and showing the love. Speaking of love, let me go ahead and introduce you to our lovely group of players here. We'll go ahead and start with Josh. Josh, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Maybe this character won't die today. I could be 2 for 2 this week.
You could. I mean, it's Tomb, so yes.
It's Chult, fully dangerous.
And since we're moving over here to my channel, why don't you go ahead and tell us about who you're playing?
Cool. Hi. So I am singing out Josh on the internet, and I am playing Medarin, who is a Furbolg Circle of Shepherds druid, who is adventuring with his cousin.
Yes, and your cousin is played by none other than the lovely Prue. How are you doing today, Prue?
I am quite tired. I'm quite emotionally exhausted from a D&D session yesterday, but I am excited to play my wholesome little bean.
And who is your wholesome little bean?
She is Fern, Fernerin. She's part of the same Furbolg tribe as Meadow. She's Meadow's cousin in a shocking twist. And she is a very sweet, somewhat naive life cleric.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Neve. How are you doing today, Neve?
I'm okay, apart from having to jump an 8-foot wall this morning at 8:30. I'm doing right fine otherwise. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm again quite emotionally tired. We've had a lot of D&D this week.
We have.
Like someone had a car crash or something. Like.
I mean, yeah, it's been an adventure. So, who are you playing? Because I know you used to play Nyx Fada.
So I used to play Nyx Fada, who was a cat who was a hexblade warlock. She decided she wanted to go make some friends with some zombies, and died. So I am playing a wizard, a divination wizard. She is called Renee Siren, and she has a lovely, friendly owl with her called Piku.
Piku, okay.
Cute name.
Because that's exactly what I needed for this game was more random tokens. Anyway, moving on to a new player to this game, the Undead Gamer. How are you?
Hi, how's it going? Not bad. I'm doing. How are you?
About the same.
Awesome. Perfect. Wonderful. Looks like we're doing fantastically and really, really excited to entertain you all for the next 3 hours. So strap in, kids.
Yes. So who are you planning on playing?
So I am playing Keller Kiel, a wood elf paladin. And straight off the bat, y'all, I'm not hugely experienced with the dungeons and all the dragons, so bear with me. But we'll get there. We'll have a good time. I know how to role play. I'm sure he'll be fun. And yeah, we'll see where this crazy adventure takes us in the Tomb of Annihilation.
Yes. So you're playing a paladin. Is there like any particular oath that your paladin has taken?
Of course, thank you for reminding me. Oath of the Ancients is what we're going with. So I'm going to be very much all about that nature. Excellent. And green shit.
All right. So I guess
unless there's Kirk, I've just rolled my portent, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah. So if there's anything else y'all want to talk about, I mean, we just hang out and entertain these people with our lives, or y'all want to play some D&D?
Let's play some D&D.
All right. I mean, like
I think Prue was trying to talk, but she's muted, by the way.
I said, let's play some dingies and driggies.
Excellent.
friends.
So, recap. Oh, Lord. A lot has happened over a very long period of time, but not a whole lot of sessions. But we're moving over here, and we have 2 returning characters and 2 new characters. It's a story that I'll do a full recap for at some other time. I don't have the energy. It's been a long week. Let's go ahead and get in there. Fern, Meadow, you made camp the night after Nixfada decided to shove the boat down the river and go play with her zombie friends. There was some emotional conversation had, but eventually you laid down, had sleep, and when you wake in the morning, it's just the 2 of you.
Just the 2
We can make it if we try.
Yes, the 2. Sorry, I too fast.
He's not even in the scene
I
yet.
thought we were
and he's
going into
causing
it.
trouble.
Sorry,
Should
should have played a bard.
Meadow will get up and start prepping whatever needs doing. We'll walk over to his cousin and just say, I owe you an apology, I believe.
What's it earth for?
Well, I haven't necessarily been as friendly as perhaps you have taught me, and I feel like I owe you an apology. But do know, cousin, I do love you dearly.
Well, I accept your apology because it's the nice thing to do, but I don't think you need to apologize at all. You're a very friendly Meadow indeed.
Come, let us take these people to Camp Vengeance.
I don't suppose you've seen Alba this morning, or has Alba gone somewhere maybe?
Well, I woke up and all his stuff was gone. I assume that he has wandered elsewhere.
He did say yesterday evening that he had children. Maybe he misses his kids and he's just come back to say hi to his kids.
If he is that concerned about us, then maybe he will catch us up later. But let's make use of the day while we can.
Yes. Before we leave here, can we do a little farewell? I would like to say some words to Eldath before we leave forever. I want to make sure Nixfada's soul is protected and she doesn't become a horrible spooky zombie.
I believe that is a very good idea indeed.
I think what I would like to do, Kirk, if I need to make rolls for it, and you want to help me, Josh, is just I want to find a black flower and find a little pool of water and put it on it, and that be it. Because Eldath's all about still pools of water. I'm all about flowers. Nixfada was the Shadow Queen.
Yeah. It's the jungle of Chult. There's plenty of exotic flowers. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it. So you will be able to find a black flower, a nice black orchid in this torrential downpour that is occurring today.
I dreaded one last time.
That's cool. seeing that you have like found like the flower, I will like druid craft to like make it like super bloom.
Aw, thank you.
So we've kind of both done a little thing together for Nyx.
And then I will just like gently lay the flower on a pool of water and like pat the flower, pat with my giant hand, and just be like, goodbye, Nixie.
The flower
I miss
will
you.
float away into the water in the middle of the jungle. And the silent, serene moment will be broken as you hear crashing, tearing through the jungle of Chult.
Oh no, not again.
And as this sound happens, I'm going to move us over to the battle map. And
Interrupting your own gosh dang funeral.
I'm going to just pop this over here.
Very Neve thing to do, though, really.
I love that. It's so cool.
Everyone should be able to see their tokens, etc.
I am not even off of
Mine-
the front page yet.
You
Yeah,
know-
have you dragged us?
You know, that player flag, man.
Player pin is normally a handy. No, I just see black.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's the middle of the day. Let me just turn off
You again.
what. They changed all the settings.
I'm gonna, as we hear the crashing, I'm gonna say a really rushed prayer to Eldath in my head. Like, Eldath, please guide Nyxvada's spirit and keep it safe from the unnatural and unholy undead on this island.
Like, love you lots, amen.
You have vision. I'll reset it. Settings.
Motherfucking roll 20.
Yeah, it's been a thing. Double check that everybody has sight. Everybody has sights.
There's like 2 sight boxes, Kirk, so you might need to tick both of them. It's dumb.
It's just pure black down there, huh?
Mm-hmm. I used to have this problem all the time with Strahd, thinking I'd turn the sight on, and because there's 2 options, then there's one on like the the first like landing character sheet, and there's one on like the dynamic lighting one as well.
Oh, wow, roll 20's being funny.
Oh, cool. Today's Weather Gang, by the way, brought to you, as always, by Super Druid Medarin. Heavy rain, no wind.
Thank you, Super Druid Medarin.
So, travel is going to be a bitch today. There we go. How are you? Scary battle map, whoopsie doopsie.
So everyone can see now?
This is very zoomed out. Holy shit, hang on.
Everybody should have
Yes, I
control over
can
their tokens?
do and see. I can move my token.
Yep.
Okay.
Move Meadow as well.
So, I will open up the turn tracker. And I'm going to want everybody to roll the initiatives. Make sure you
Oh, not
click
one.
your token before you roll the initiative.
Yes, I will.
Alright, I'll add initiatives.
I've been rolling twice so many times.
Killer.
I also got a 3.
Add turn.
Why does it roll twice? I'm just going to try roll like an animal handling check and see what happens. Okay.
I don't
Fine.
know.
I figured it out.
Ah,
Meadow, is your dex
my
mod a
bad.
2?
it's fine.
My mod's 2, yeah.
Okay, so
Got
Oh,
14.
bad. Sorry.
Meadow, Renee,
I need to roll the bird.
just have it go on your turn. I don't want to have. I already have
Cool.
too many initiatives going on this thing. Because I need to roll initiatives for, this pack of grung that have been chasing these new characters through the jungle. Okay.
We're not
roll
really
20.
making a good first impression, Meadow.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
I'm going to equip my shield.
Roll 20 is being like super laggy, so bear with us, people. It does get better, I promise.
The handy thing about being a fucking druid is that you can use a quarterstaff as a focus. So I can like have a shield as well. I don't need to use my other hand as a focus.
Okay. So that one and that one. Let's move all of these to the token layer. Those.
400 grung. Oh no.
All right. Grung numero uno is going to get out the character sheet and
Sorry, Grung are very cute. That was me being like, oh, cute little Grung.
he's going to jump 25 feet. 25 and get there. And will use his action to move last 25 feet there. Grung number 2 will jump 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to get there, and then use his action, jump 25 feet there. Renee,
Cool.
as you are running for your life from this pack of grung, you see two giant furbolg, a human woman, and a half-orc woman up ahead.
A lot of help, please. And then I'm going to cast magic missile.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Where are you putting your darts?
I'm gonna hit all three into the one right next to me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So
5,
that's
8, 11.
All right. So 11 points of damage to the grung who lands next to you, and he explodes into froggy goo.
And then I am going to.
Oh,
Is my fucking thing on? Oh, and then I'm going to run my 30 foot.
Yep.
And then my bird is going to fly the 60 foot to these guys. So I lift 3 magic orbs just appear, shoot up, strike this grung down, just embed him into the ground, big hole. And then I'm just going to run forward, and then this beautiful, like, tawny owl just soars behind me, flying towards you guys.
Does that end your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Coincidentally, the two new characters are also the first two in initiative, maybe because they're running for their life. Because after Renee, Keller, it is your turn.
Honestly, checks out.
Cool. Yeah, so Keller sort of seeing that there's perhaps people that can help out, is gonna draw his sword and stab at the nearest frogman thing that's here.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack. Uh, 19 should hit. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, so literally sort of like turning round to face the thing, striking his sword just to sort of anywhere as quick as possible, really. just to, get a hit essentially.
So 6 points of damage to him. And anything else? You still have movement. I don't know if you have any bonus actions. As a paladin, you do have smites. Did you want to smite him or?
Yeah, I'll smite him as well.
Okay.
Oh, smite him.
So the smite, once you hit, it's just expend a spell slot and rolls d8 for extra damage.
Is it 2d8 or 1d8?
I think it's 1d8 per spell level.
Spend one spell. So when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal 2d8.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
Yeah, and then I think it's one extra d8 per spell level after that.
Yes, that might be it.
Sure.
To a maximum of 5, I think,
Yeah.
or 6 versus undead.
All right, so
Cool.
you smite for 5 damage, and you feel the blade sink into this frog being, and you fill it in with some radiant smiting nature damage, and it rips the little grung apart. And just so you know exactly what y'all are fighting, I'm gonna give y'all this handout.
I feel so bad for describing how I killed it.
They're like little tree frogs.
With
Yeah,
teeth.
that's literally what they are. They look like poison dart frog men. And if you touch them,
goodness.
like, they poison you, they suck. Like every time you touch
They
them, you have to
don't
make a con
suck. They're
save.
beautiful.
Oh, they're
Josh.
great. I love
Super
them.
cute,
I
yeah.
love them, but they suck.
So you still have your movement. Are you going to stay there? Do you want to get closer to the group?
Yeah, I'm certainly gonna move up with my comrade and be next to them essentially and sort of hold my ground here
Excellent.
for
All
now.
right. So if that ends your turn, we're going to go ahead and move to
Absolutely.
the rest of the grung. Yeah, so... Let me pull out a ruler. All right.
I have like some really intense, like Witcher music on that is like too intense for this fight.
So this grung makes a double jump to up here, and then this one will double jump to up here. This one will jump this way and then this way. And I feel like I should have put more grung in here, maybe a battle master. One jump and 2 jumps. Alright, that ends the grung's turn. Fern.
I'm going to. It's not my go. It's Meadow's go. Meadow has a higher dex mod actually. I put the 0.1 in, thinking Meadow might put 0.2.
Technically, I mean, it's
Dex thing doesn't
between.
matter,
Yeah, it doesn't
so-
matter. That's not a rule. It's an optional.
Oh, I
The-
didn't know.
it's,
That's cool. I will just go then.
It's between the two of you who wants to go. So, however,
I mean,
y'all wanna go.
I can potentially A&E 2 of them, depending on what you're planning on doing.
I will go. You will see what I'm doing. I will step forward to here. Being a person of peace, I will call out to the little grungs. I don't know if they speak my language. I don't know what their deal is, but I will call out. Excuse me, we're just getting ready for our day, and we don't want to do you any harm. Please leave these two fine people alone, and we'll speak no more of it, okay? And she will do a big smile at the grungs.
Okay. Anything else?
But what she what she will also do is then she'll start delicately casting a spell, and I will summon my spiritual weapon behind me so they can't see it. I will summon it like right here, and then if I need to use it on my next turn, it's around.
Okay. Let me go grab said spiritual weapon. Dooby-dooby-doo-bop.
Was my quick talk a free action?
Yes.
Cool. Because spiritual weapon's a bonus action, I still have an action left.
Mm-hmm.
So what I will do is I will pull a little petal from my flower crown and be like, "Hi, it's lovely to meet you," and hand it to this as yet unmet character played by Neve. And it's a guidance if you want it.
Thank you. Just like this big fur bog in front of us, go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. And will that end your turn?
Yes, that is what I will do.
Okay. Meadow. If you're talking, you're muted.
Fucking stupid microphone. Seeing that my cousin is trying the route of peace, I will move here. And my I'm gonna hold my action to see like if they back off, if they don't like if the second they start moving towards us or whatever, I'll go.
Okay. What are you planning on doing? Are you like preparing a spell or?
Yeah, I'll prepare an ice knife.
Okay. All right. So, that Grung's dead. I can remove it from the order. That Grung's dead. I can remove it from the order. Renee, it is your turn.
Okay, right. They're not that friendly as the creatures. They may look cute, but they're not very friendly. And then I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
At this one.
Okay.
So roll to hit. 13.
Hits.
Cool.
Unsurprisingly, hits the tiny frogman.
I'm going to use lightning damage.
Okay, just out of curiosity, you have the diamond?
Yes. I brought it. Does it consume it every time I use it?
No.
No, it's like a pearl for identify. It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you hit him for 11 points of lightning damage. Does not have any resistance. So you electrocute, murder fry this frog.
Cool. So I arc my hands and just like lightning appears, like the gem sort of floats in the middle. Lightning just emanates and I just go vroom, and it just bursts forth and just shocks this frog.
All right. Anything
Oh
else?
goodness!
I like spellcasters. I can be very restrictive how I'm doing things.
And that ends your turn?
Yes.
All right. Keller.
I don't really know what to do at the moment, to be honest. So I might just delay.
Okay. So you can hold your action. You can't delay your turn in Dungeons and Dragons.
Sure, then yeah, that's
so like if you want to do any movement, you would need to do that now, and then you can hold your action and you set a trigger, and when that trigger occurs, then you can perform your action.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll hold my action then. I don't want to move from where I am. These guys are a bit too far away for me to like do anything at the moment, and I don't want to move. So yeah, I'll hold my action.
All right. So when you hold your action, you need to set a trigger. That can be like when they come within range and you'll make a melee attack or something of that nature.
So I just
yeah,
held my
when-
action, Rob. Sorry. So I trigger my ice knife triggers if they start moving towards us like that. So
Sure. So I want to channel my divinity, Nature's Wrath. So that I can only do that when they're in within 10 feet of me. So
Okay.
as soon as someone is within 10 feet of me, then
All right. So
is that okay as a trigger?
guidance.
So
Yep.
as soon as a hostile creature is within range, you will do channel divinity. That is perfectly good.
Awesome.
All right. Cool. So wrong number dead. Move him from the order. Wrong not so dead. So,
So I guess that triggers my ice knife then, because he's moved towards us.
yes.
So in which case I will cast ice knife at this dude.
Okay. So
24 to hit.
24 hits.
And then it's
3 piercing, 4 cold for a total of 7. Okay.
And then I think he needs to make.
Oh no! I just gave him the 4 damage.
No. Okay.
Because it's you're saving for the cold damage, right? Like the piercing is what happens.
It's 2. Yeah, it's 2d. Yeah, it's.
So I guess
on a target, it's 1d10 piercing. Then a hit or miss, it explodes, and then he has to make a dex save or take 2d6.
Well, he made the save, so
yeah. So
he gets
he'll
2
take
hit points back.
Yep.
All right, and he is now within 10 feet of Keller. So you can do your channel divinity.
Awesome. So I'll sort of, before it sort of goes through, I guess, as I sort of start channeling, I'll say to him, look, you froggy bastard, I told you to fuck off. And just like sort of reach out, and almost like rippling through the ground, these vines start to sort of almost emanate as if they're coming from my feet, and just reach out just in front of the grung, what are they called? Grungs? Grung, yeah. And ensnare it in the old Vinaroonies.
Okay.
When you swear, you definitely hear Fern behind you, like.
All right.
Scandal.
So can you post up your channel divinity?
Of course, yeah. If it'll let me. There we go. Here we go.
As an action.
Just in Rob's like clear-cut like southern accent, was like, "Listen here, you froggy bastard."
Strength or dexterity saving throw. We'll definitely go for dex.
Chat is fully roasting us, by the way, because we're fighting the grung. I'd like to point out that I did wait for them to be arseholes before I cast the spell. I fully didn't start this fight.
Oh, they made it.
So, your DC is 13?
It's fine. B says we can kill the frogs.
All right. So if that makes it, then he is not restrained.
Yeah, sorry. The DC is 12, so he's beating it, so he's all good.
Okay.
Sadly, not restrained.
Does it make it difficult terrain? Or...
Oh. No, that's
kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, it kind of is an underwhelming channel divinity. So I think. Probably not going to have him throw his dagger. He will probably just use his action to step in there. Because why not? That ends his turn. Alright. 10, 20, 25, and then 25. That It's his turn, and the final gun is going to 10, 25. Hey, he can get there in one move, so finally something will attack. All right, Keller. If this thing
Let's go.
ever rolls, a 7 won't hit you.
It will not.
Useless
Soz.
frog.
I don't even think a 7 will hit Neve, let's be real. Like, that wouldn't have even hit the wizard.
My AC is 12.
Fern.
It's actually decent for a wizard.
Not bad for a wizard, honestly.
You're a wizard, Renee.
Kirk, you're upsetting my little brother by calling the frogs useless.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it rolled a 7.
It was useless. I agree with you. He could
I'm
be
not
They're
a-
trying their
I mean,
best,
like,
damn it.
They have been unable
Their
to do
murderous
anything
best.
because they have such a small movement range. They finally get in range to make an attack, and he rolls a
They fuck
and
7.
then they miss. They're completely with it, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh no, they bought the plastic daggers.
All right, Fern, what you gonna do?
It's those daggers, they
Um,
just disappear as you go
I'm
through.
going to,
Yeah.
having seen that everyone else is engaging in combat, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, and she's gonna move her spiritual weapon behind this one
Okay.
and donk it on the head with the big flower,
All right, roll to hit.
big magical flower in the sky. So a 14,
hits.
7 force damage,
Alright.
doinked right on its little head.
So it gets flower smacked into the next realm.
Oh no.
Specifically the head. That's aggressive.
It was like a whack-a-mole. Doink.
Now you started something.
All right.
And then I'm gonna take the rest of my movement to come up behind my cousin and make a line, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look at Meadow and be like, "Oh goodness!" And then I'm gonna, like, through half closed eyes, reach out and hit the one in front of Meadow with my mace.
All right. Roll to hit.
Doop. Doop. 11.
Those eyes were definitely half closed because you missed. You're like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And completely missed the little frog.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it. I'm done.
Meadow. Nope.
Your guy's muted. I will bonus action Shillelagh.
Okay.
And then I will
Ah, the song of my people.
boop the snoot of the one in front of me.
25 definitely boops the snoot.
Cool.
And 10 points of damage.
Yep.
Makes him less happy to be alive.
Bad. No. Naughty. Dunk.
He looks very not happy with this situation. Some could say almost at death's door. Anything else?
No, that's a bonus action and an action, so.
Okay. Renee.
I am going to cast Fireball, I know with a disadvantage, at this one. The one that's weakened.
Okay.
I had a fucking heart attack then because you said fireball. And I know you mean
Firebolt.
firebolt, but I was just like, oh no.
I
that's
was
a
the same
very
as you.
that's a very large radius.
I had to think about it. I'm like, not high enough level to be able to cast Fireball yet. Must mean Firebolt.
Or 10.
10 will not hit.
Okay.
All right. Keller.
Yes. Well, Keller is just gonna straight on stab the one directly in front of him.
Okay.
Sort of raising his sword to strike him, being like, "Well, if you ain't gonna fucking listen."
Roll to hit.
Goodness.
There we go. No, probably not.
7 will not hit.
Oh God, why?
I fucking love when new characters show up and they're just absolutely terrible.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, they
Thanks.
did kill lots of things before we got into this area. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna smite this person.
You can't unless you've hit it.
You need to hit it.
Oh, do I? Damn. Okay. Well, ignore that. Sorry, I got carried away with the old clicking. Well, yeah, that's the end of my turn then.
All right. So let's see if these grung can redeem themselves. Now, almost dead. Can't run away because I'm in combat. So I think this grung here that has 1 hit point is just going to attempt to jump onto Meadow and grapple him. So go ahead and make either an athletics or an acrobatics check to avoid the grapple.
I'll make an acrobatics.
I'm going to use my portent and
14?
make the grappling one roll a 7.
Okay.
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay. Well, that's lower than a 14.
Dave
I don't-
Wizards
I don't
are
need to
so
do
cool.
So I'm just going to like rip up my hand and just like twist it slightly, and then like it just sort of shivers as it like switches to a different dimension and just fucks it.
So now the final grung, who isn't injured,
I have an 8 left.
is going to attempt to shank Killer.
Can't hit what you can't afford. 15 DC,
Oh
baby.
my
Can't hit what you can't afford. Cool. Cool. Thanks, Rob. I'm really glad I invited you to play this game.
Super welcome. Love you all.
Fern.
You brought this on yourselves
Why don't I invite you?
because you love me.
I do.
Ah.
Like you, Rob.
Someone has to.
Well, is it my go?
Yes.
Mhm.
I thought it was. I just didn't hear the call to say what I was doing. I would like to. I would like to bonk the one in the middle with my spiritual weapon. I will roll for it now.
Okay.
Where is it? There, found it.
A
A 13
hits.
11 force damage, big bonk damage to this one's head.
So, how do you want to smash it with your flower?
Me gently.
I really want you to say gently, honestly.
Like legit though. The
I caress
the
it with
flower
my
the
bonk.
flower like I feel like the flower gently hits and then Eldath's guiding hand is like, no.
So,
Hold
all
on.
right,
Sit a
all
little
right.
louder.
So you gently hit with this flower, and then Eldath is like, nah, and the flower just swallows the grung.
Oh yeah. Because little froggies like to live inside flowers. It's just got a happy life inside my spiritual weapon now.
It's a Venus flytrap. That's what it is.
My spiritual weapon should totally be a Venus flytrap. Oh my goodness.
You're welcome. by the
Anything
way.
else
Yeah.
for you, Fern?
Yeah. I'm still with like my squinting eyes, gonna try and smack the one that was trying to grab onto my cousin.
Okay.
And I'll be like, "Don't worry, Meadow, I'll protect you."
All right, and you
It's
kill
dead.
it.
Gets me every time.
Completely deaded.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Fern killed most of those. She's not gonna feel very good about that.
She fully warned them, honestly. She was like, don't do it. Don't do it or I'll kick your ass.
So, combat is over. Feel free to, introduce yourselves.
Well, cheers for that.
Thank you, kind Furbox.
Welcome.
Problem.
I'm Renee.
Renee's a very beautiful name. It's lovely to meet you. My name's Fernerin of the Terrarian.
Thank you. It means rebirth.
Wow. Fernarian just means fern of the Erin or something.
Very beautiful name.
Oh, and this is Meadow. And I like kind of
Hey.
stand up straight.
Like Meadow. Because like obviously Rob's not met the characters before. So yeah, I'm a very big like I've got like long green hair and like pale kind of like short fur on my face and a pink nose and pink ears. And I'm like dressed in like dirty robes and my hair's all dirty and I'm like hunched over. I'm still 7'10" if I'm hunched over. And I always do it and like Fern like tells me to stand up straight. I stand up, I'm like 8 feet tall. Hello. I'm Medorin.
A lot taller than I expected.
Furbolgs are big.
You're big for a Furbog.
Yeah.
Meadow is a gentle giant, and I will pat Meadow on the back and probably make a little cloud of spores. Just
Yeah.
go,
Oh, yeah, actually, as she claps me, like spores fly out my hair.
If we're going to describe our characters to each other, I'll describe Fern properly now as well. Fern is a little bit shorter, but not by much. She's 7'8". She has like pale brown fluff skin with little white and pink freckles all on it and a big pink cow nose. And she has big droopy ears and then a little dark green bob. And she's wearing rusty chainmail over clothes in a lot of like blues and greens and natural dyed hues. And she has a mace in one hand that looks like a kind of closed up stinging nettle. And then on in her right hand, she has a big shield with a symbol, like a wooden shield probably, with a symbol that looks like a waterfall falling into a still stream. And yes, that is little Fern. Well, big Fern, I guess.
So Renee is a half elf. She is smallish for a half elf. She's about 5'8". She's in dark blue robes with like a light blue trim. She carries a mahogany staff with a blue ball at the top, which is like a 3D effect inside the orb with like an eye. And she carries a spell book in her other hand. And she has a silver like tiara which goes around her with a purple gem in, and she's got long like red braided hair.
And what about you, friend? I'm looking at
Who might you be?
Rob.
So you'll see a wood elf before you, who is what I said. He's about 5'8" or so, with long dark hair, braided in some places and loose in others. He has got woading all over his face and any bare parts of skin as well, which look certainly as if they're from the earth and nature and mossy and all that sort of thing. He's wearing a chainmail shirt, which again is sort of covered in here and there in bits of foliage like moss, bark, that sort of thing. Most of which, looks like he's been outdoors for a while and living in the wilds for a while. But a lot of the foliage that's kind of on him doesn't look like it's from this jungle, as if it's from a forest elsewhere. Even his sword is kind of wrapped in vine, a little bit around the hilt and the handle. and his sword, his shield, wooden also, but reinforced with bits of metal and that sort of thing, so it's sturdy. Yeah, he looks at you. Name's Keller. Kiel. Cheers. Shall we fuck off then, Renee?
No. Wait, hold on. And Fern's like excitedly bouncing on the balls of her feet. And he's like, you see, I'm writing an encyclopedia of all of the plants in Chult because nobody did one before, and I wanted to do one because I really like plants. And she gestures to this huge flower crown she has on her head. And you are covered in lots of interesting plants I've never seen before. So oh, I'm sorry I interrupted. I just get really one-track minded when I see plants. I'm really sorry. And she's gonna like peter out into quiet.
It's
It's all right.
okay.
I like the crown. I can respect that.
Jump
But
on.
we got places to be, haven't we, Renee?
Keller, I don't know if you saw what happened, but Slavic, he wasn't meant to be with us right now. I saved you for a reason, and I've seen these furbolgs before. We need to be with them.
Yeah, I get that. You can see into the future and all that malarkey, but like, are you sure these are the two?
They're quite unique.
Exactly. So maybe we should move on, see if there's some others about. You know, play the field a little bit. That's all I'm saying. And he turns to the you two furbolgs. No offense.
None taken.
Yeah.
None taken. Let's
Okay,
move on.
right.
And he sort of
Look
starts
from.
trying to walk away.
I'm
a
just
little
going to
bit.
grab the back of his cloak and it's like, okay, but we're going to die on our own. Look, you know we can't break the prophecy.
No, I'm not suggesting that, am I? I'm just saying,
Well,
let's
saw
play the
them.
field.
They're quite unique, remember? I saw a large furbolg with a flower crown covered in rose petals behind her. And then I saw another furbolg on a field of mushrooms. It's got to be them.
He really likes mushrooms. It's true.
I'll drag my hands through my hair and druidcraft mushrooms in my hand.
Look,
I'll sort of like get a little bit closer to Renee and sort of whisper, yeah, but there's probably lots of these types, isn't there? Like, maybe we could find some more adequate. You know what I'm
they
saying?
rarely leave the forest. They are capable fighters.
I'm not. Oh, right. Okay. Look. How about we allow you to venture with us on a trial basis. You know, you see if you like us, we see if you like you. If we're jiving well, then you know Bob's your uncle, Furbolg's your aunt. Like, it's great.
Well, I mean, no offense, but we have something to do. We need to take,
busy.
and I will gesture beyond to like the people we're with.
But yes, we didn't introduce Inete and Undrill, and I will signal them over while you're talking.
We have agreed to take them to Camp Vengeance. So,
Look, Keller.
we have things to do. We are, if you are going that way, I'm sure that my cousin is happy to have you along for the walk.
We're not going to get to Camp Vengeance on our own, Keller. Help would be useful.
Well, if you're going the same way as us, you might as well as come with us. Chult is a dangerous place.
And I smack more froggies than you.
Yeah, you caught me on a bit of an off day. You were sort of running and all that sort of thing. I wasn't expecting it. I was a little bit out of breath, to be honest. So next time, look, all right, fine, Renee. If it makes you happy, we'll hang about with this lot for a while, and then, you know, I don't know, leaving the dead night. Who said that?
Don't worry, we're quite
We'd love
used
to.
to being left in the dead of night.
Oh, but it works out well. Right, so where are you off to then?
I'm just going to look around and go, where's the third one? Weird. Let's stay with these guys for a little while. Yeah? We would love to adventure with you for a short period at least.
That would be nice. I always like new friends. If you don't mind, can I ask you all about your vines and thingies? I understand if not, but it would be really cool to know all about them and put them in my little book.
I'm just gonna whisper in Kazia, just humor her, please. Be nice.
Oh, be nice humor. Right, okay, yeah, got it. Absolutely, milady.
Fern looks very uncomfortable of being called a lady, but I'll take it. She'll take it.
While this conversation's happening, Kirk,
Yes.
I'm going to use my wild companion, and just summon my little parrot friend back, for a little while, and just send him scouting ahead, seeing if I can see if any more grung are on the way, if we kind of need to get shifting or whatever.
Would your parrot like some company? And then just flies across like Homer and just tawny owl.
Oh,
You wouldn't mind.
I'm sure she'd like some. Yes.
Okay.
And Pika just flies off with the parrot.
Yeah, I got a little like blue macaw thing.
Yep.
Just like my little
So
very like polar opposite creature.
jungle bird.
An owl.
So they'll fly around. They won't really notice anything immediately.
Oh. I'm gonna grab like a stat block or whatever. So I've actually got something to go by when I use it.
Okay.
Guessing an eagle's probably fine.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter. It's actually probably more like a raven, but it's whatever you want to summon.
I mean, it's flavored as a parrot. Mechanically, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
I'll add a raven. I'll add a raven to my character sheet anyway.
I'm not gonna make you roll for him right now.
Cool.
So, yeah. I mean, there's nothing imminently dangerous available, and it's up to y'all where y'all want to head. I guess I can go ahead and take us over to the map of Chult here.
Yeah, Renee, what direction were we heading in before them froggy wankers?
We were heading for away from Port Nayan Zoo. That's all I knew, just to go south.
Fair play.
Well, by our maps, we still have about 3 days to Camp Vengeance, and we have a canoe. If you'd like to join us.
Camp Vengeance, that sounds friendly.
Inete goes, and then on to the Aldani Basin.
And then on to the Aldani Basin. But one job at a time, Unite.
Of course. Yes, so how do we want to set the flavored expedition traveling forward? Who would be the navigator? Who is somebody going to forage? Will
honestly
keep out?
like on a mechanical level, just to let you guys know what's on my character sheet, I add +6 to my survival, and Inete was giving me the help action, so I'm rolling with advantage +6, so I'm probably best for navigating, honestly.
I've got a +4 perception, and then also PQ can help me, give me advantage because she can fly and she gives me advantage on ability checks.
Mm-hmm.
So probably on watch.
Okay. So then it's a matter of foraging. And without special abilities, that's also a survival roll.
Rob, are you any good at survivals?
I've got a +3 in it, so
Same.
Okay.
is foraging the only sort of role left, as it
So-
There's
were,
rowing as well.
There's rowing
right?
as well.
Yeah, there's rowing as
which
well.
requires
Strength, I
athletics?
presume?
Yeah, strength.
Just a straight strength.
Maybe athletics, or is it?
Yeah, I've got a
athletics.
+4 in athletics.
Okay, you can do rowing and I'll do foraging if you like.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we have determined that with Meadow's high skill and the advantage, the likelihood of him rolling something that will make y'all fail navigation is so ridiculously low that it's not worth rolling. Like, because he can pretty much only fail on a nat 1 or 2. And I don't want
It's
to
almost
waste
like
that die.
Meadows built for exploring the jungle.
Right?
Weird, right?
So then it's just a matter of foraging for food
Mhm.
with a +3. There's still a fair chance of failure.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of whether or not you're going to need to purify the food or create food.
You got to create food.
I don't have create food prepared.
I mean, that's only a like we've taken a long rest, so
Yeah.
like you could have prepared different spells. I don't think I get it. What level is it? Is it a second level spell? Create food.
Don't know.
It might be a 3rd level spell.
It
I'm
might be
sure.
a third level spell,
I
honestly.
think it might be.
Yeah.
I
I've
think
got
it
purify
might be.
food and drink, but I haven't got create
So
food.
y'all do have rations. I mean, if foraging is unsuccessful.
Yeah, I can roll for the foraging.
Yeah.
Will you let me, because it's a cantrip, just be guidancing myself every time I'm on the lookout for fruits and snacks, and I add a d4 to my
So
survival.
are y'all planning on abandoning the boat and walking?
I don't think
No.
so.
Because y'all were pretty much eating fish on the way up because it was fishing, unless you want to like try foraging when
Oh, yeah,
camp is
it's
being
fish.
set.
No, I'm happy to try and like hang a little fish net. Can I flavor the guidance that if anything ever bites, I cast guidance on myself
Sure.
to try and reel it in.
Sure.
Nice. I will roll the survival now.
Does Meadow every night
6.
have to like
One
bloom
sec.
your flower crown again because you've just torn so many petals off it? I'm like,
I got a 7, everyone.
All right. Go ahead and roll your navigation, Josh. Just for shits and giggles. We'll make a routine. Yeah.
15.
Ridiculous. And you want to roll perception there, Neve?
Yep.
And you want to roll me
18.
athletics there, Killer?
nice.
So
Our boat.
y'all
That boat is
will-
going.
Who's familiar?
You
has
can go
appeared.
ahead and move your party token on to the next hex. Y'all will make, nice speed, and there
Kitty.
will be
Who's familiar?
But kitty. I have to say kitty. It's a rule.
yeah, like 27 times.
Did it yesterday.
Did you move the token, Josh?
Yeah, I've just moved it one.
No. There we go. It's like that's the token just moved for me. There you won't see any danger. Y'all will make good time. But y'all will be hungry at the end of the day and eating rations.
Oh, I shall remove a ration.
Oh,
Oopsie
I
doopsie.
guess I
Sorry,
should
everyone.
have said that your survival roll was a straight roll.
I was anything not helping me?
Yes, she was, but heavy rain.
No, it's perception.
Oh yeah,
that's-
you're right. It's the perception.
It's perception that's at disadvantage.
So-
Survival.
You're right. So that would have been a 13 on perception. Wouldn't have changed anything. You're right. So everybody mark a ration off.
I already have.
And if you don't mark off a ration, you're not eating. And if you're not eating, let me know so I can notate you for exhaustion.
I will
So-
also use an insect salve as well. Might as well do that at the end of the
Yes.
day.
Meadow and Fenrin. Me and my compatriot here, as you can see, we had to flee, leaving all of our supplies behind, apart from what we had literally on us. Do you have any spare supplies you can afford?
I still have a good amount of rations if you would like
Yes,
some.
of course we can help out. We're always willing to
I'd have left
share.
everything on the boat.
I didn't hear a word of that because it was just you ate your mic.
Nick Sparta left everything on the boat, apart from their
Yes.
armor, basically.
Oh, cool. I mean, I guess we'll notice that at some point. So
We
Yeah.
had a few friends traveling with us, and they left behind plenty that we can share. I'm sure they'd be willing to let you have it if they were here.
Thank you.
Well, they left without all their stuff.
They didn't
they
forget.
So
they gave themselves up so that we could get away.
Oh, awkward. Carry on. Keeps rowing.
What
so
I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of rations, just literally get me 2 Camp Vengeance from what Nick's had.
I mean, if you need them, Neve, like I can also give you some. I've just got 16, so
It's also, can I add Volo's Guide to Monsters to my infantry and start rereading?
I mean, that's up to the Furbolgs if they want to give you the book.
There's a book in here.
Oh goodness, it's
Anyone
yes.
read this?
No, it's kind of mean about Furbolg, so we didn't read it.
I have no interest in reading human books.
My small library was left at the camp. May I peruse this? Of course, it's yours, but may I peruse?
No, go ahead.
I'd also like to point out that it's heavy rain.
Yeah, can't read it right now.
Unless you
I'm
want
not going to read it right now,
Unless
but
you want to
it's
get
more
fucking soaked.
whilst I remember.
Yeah.
You're maybe
I mean,
the most charitable pair of Furbolgs ever. You
You-
could literally be like, "Can I have the clothes off your back?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Very
so,
crushing more. It's
like,
fine.
obviously, Neve, you know what was in Nick's father's bag.
I'm going to be honest. I deleted Nick's father because I accidentally did that. So I am just basically adding some rations and
Hold on.
Volo Guide to Monsters.
I guess I will pull out the character sheet for Nick's father.
Or did you duplicate it?
Remember, I made all of your character sheets in Roll20.
20.
So, there's a bedroll, a mess kit, 14 rations, some rope, a tinderbox, 10 torches. There are 5 water skins, 5 bells, 20 caltrops, and 100 uses of insect repellent salve.
100. In fact, that's I'm just going to add 90 just because. I was found the right second thing. Okay, I'll add what?
Right. So, if there's anything else you'd like to do tonight, or shall we?
I don't know if I do it at night time or if I do it in the morning, but the Furbolg weather report as well.
Yes, you do that in.
The
night.
morning report. Fern will also spend all evening pestering poor Keller. Just being like, "What plant is this? Oh, that's very interesting, blah, blah, blah." And like probably to a point of impoliteness, if Keller is like, "Please go away now," Fern probably won't go away.
Ella will actually tell you in astounding detail about everything that you're questioning
Yes!
about and tell you where it's from, where he picked it up in the forest that he's from, and everything.
I'm
and
gonna
even be
run
like,
out of paper.
look at this tiny micro detail that not many people know about.
You have a rapt audience. Fern is absolutely fascinated and asks very
Yeah.
intelligent, pertinent questions about plants.
Meadow also likely takes an interest if there's any mushrooms, particularly.
Sadly, no, there are no fungi on this fun guy. I'm here all evening, chaps. Yeah, there's no mushrooms. Sorry. I'll see myself up.
Whoa.
That's about average. All right, I take 40 points of psychic damage from that.
Cool. Well done, Rob. You've killed the DM. GG. So, guys, next week,
nailed it. Good
join
game,
in.
guys.
Meadow is retired. Josh will be running Team of Annihilation. Kirk is dead. If anybody wants to come play, let me know, I guess.
So, yes. Anything else? Or shall we do the next day's traveling?
Let's do the next day's travel and stuff.
All right, for another day of wonderfully heavy rain, I guess for Rob, I should post up what weather means. Because I'm sure
Please.
heavy rain means that everything within the area of heavy rain is lightly obscured. Creatures in the area have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Visibility in heavy rain is limited to 50 yards. Beyond that distance, only things of huge or larger can be seen. Heavy rain extinguishes open flames and imposes disadvantage on perception checks that rely on hearing. Missile weapon ranges are halved during heavy rain. Also have one for high wind, but we haven't come across that yet.
I was going to say, we've not actually had high wind yet, have we?
No.
We've always had heavy rain, no wind.
This will be the last session where we have this macro, because I have a new macro that I just haven't had time to finish and implement for this one.
Cool.
Or I'm going to give you all the temperature and how much rain. It's going to be great. So yes, let's get the navigation roll, the perception roll, the foraging roll, the athletics roll.
And Nite with the help action again?
Yes. Technically,
Natural 20 for 26.
Keller is also getting advantage because Undrill is helping row the boat.
Yeah, natural 20 for a total of 26.
Yeah.
Was it heavy rain again? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Perception. 10.
Sorry, I'm right in thinking that advantage is I roll twice, isn't
Yes,
it? 'Cause
and
I've
take
rolled
the
Yeah,
higher.
you roll
that's
twice
fine.
and take the higher.
Yeah, cool. That's fine.
So
To make sure.
22
Okay.
for you.
And obviously the opposite for disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or
fine.
2 take the low.
All right.
Just double checking.
So we have 26 for navigation. We have 16 for the foraging, 22 for the rowing, and 10 for perception. Excellent. Navigating, no problem whatsoever.
That's a good point. Actually, I should long rest, so I actually got my spell slots back as well
Yeah.
as my animal companion.
So y'all will have a free dinner tonight,
Yay.
courtesy of Fern, who will just have to purify it.
I will definitely do that.
Yeah, you've seen what
No,
comes
man,
out
the
of this
leeches
water.
are extra protein.
So y'all will progress into the next hex, and you are without a doubt going to reach Camp Vengeance tomorrow.
Cool.
So I will give you your forecast, and if there's anything y'all want to do.
Nope. Fucking hell, man.
Y'all are determined to just like deal with the pouring rain. It's Nick's fodder. Nick's fodder's cursing on you.
I did post a GIF the last time we played where like we'd left the city that Meadow hated and was just doing like bossing survival checks. It's just like some dude getting blown away in a gale, and I'm just like, not today.
Are
just
we
running
gonna
through it.
are we gonna arrive at the camp today?
Yes.
Okay.
Potentially, provided that I don't fluff the survival, but I have advantage and a +6, so it should be okay.
Yeah. So let's
I
get those
will-
rolls.
I will say,
17.
having seen the Sweet Keller is also in chainmail, I will like make sure water gets shared specifically to Keller. Because we have Nick's
we need to
father's
explain
water
that as
skins.
well, I think.
Oh yeah, we should probably explain that to you, Rob. Basically, when you're in heavy armor, you need 8 water skins per day to stay hydrated. When you're in medium armor, I think you need 6. And then
6.
when you're in light or none, you only need 4.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I've done my fair share of running about in the woods in heavy armor, so
And
I'm gotta stay hydrated, y'all.
each night, they also set up these big tarps in a tripod to catch rain, so they refill the water bottles in the morning.
Cool.
So, can I move the party token?
Yes, you can move the
Or
party
is shit
token.
gonna happen? Cool. We're at Camp Vengeance. We made it. We did it.
Yay! Prepare for the destruction.
So as we sort of pull up, so I just want to sort of go to Renee and be like, so we now going our separate ways, yeah?
It's quite late in the day. I think it may be wise to stay here.
Tomorrow then, yeah. All right, yeah.
I shared my fishies with you, you rotten bastard.
So through the foliage, you can see a crude timber fortification, a walled compound with watchtowers and tents inside it, encircled by a ditch bristling with sharpened stakes. A large gatehouse faces the river, on the shore of which are 4 rowboats tied to a wooden post. Scattered around the fort are piles of charred human corpses and flayed animal carcasses swarming with flies. And on that beautiful visual, we're going to take our break.
Motherfucker. Oh dear.
Oh no.
So yes, we are going to go
Wasn't a
ahead.
clue in the name, Camp Vengeance. Probably don't go here. Like,
We are going to take our break, and we will be back in about 15 minutes. Go get some hydration and some food, and
Hydrate
we'll
yourself.
see you
Lasagna.
all soon.
Bye.
All right, everybody. We've all been, hydrated and fed and stretched. So welcome back to the wonderfully
We've been stretched.
Yes.
Let's put
Well,
us on the rack.
well, I mean, you're in Camp Vengeance now, so
Uh-oh, spabebio.
I mean, I'm not
Uh-oh.
saying that torture is imminent. I'm just saying that it's not imminent. So I've gone ahead and I'm going to.
Sorry, just on the stream, I am Josh. Josh is Prue. Prue is me.
Or with you.
Somebody turned off their camera.
I did turn off my camera for a bit. It's true.
Bloody.
It's my fault.
Shame.
Hey, my name's Rob, and I love bombs.
I mean, bums are pretty great, right? Like, we can all agree.
Everyone loves a good bomb.
Exactly.
All right.
Trying to
Let me
strike
see.
as
There's
much
a
as I
way to
can.
do this. Studio mode.
Because honestly, I was only half listening. I'm trying to work out if you're talking about asses or if you're talking about like the terrorist implement bombs.
Oh, butts.
I thought you were like, I love bombs, and then Rob was like, yeah, I love bombs.
I mean, who doesn't love a good bomb?
Jesus Christ.
All right. Let me just
He hates them.
fix this overlay here real quick.
Sorry,
and then
this is
we'll
my
pop
fault.
back in.
Literally watched Josh just absorb that mince pie.
I haven't had a mince pie
Just
yet this year.
absolutely
Ooh.
consume it, my guy. Oh, I need to. It's been a while since we've been in the same room with each other.
No,
Oh,
I miss
Aw.
you.
catching feelings here.
Yeah, it's been too long, brother. It's been nearly a year since I last saw you.
Literally, yeah.
Bad.
I mean,
End of this month,
Rony
it will
bad.
in fact be an entire year.
You can just click and drag us on Zoom, right?
oh,
No? Wait.
done.
Oh, I thought you could swap people's places on Zoom.
So,
Yep,
chat, how
it's-
was your break?
it's
What did you get
fine.
up to?
Oh, you've done
We-
it. Nice.
I just did it in Studio Labs, in
Wait,
Streamlabs.
Y'all, we done
Sick.
it. We here.
So, I guess I need to move some tokens over to this map so that y'all can see and whatnot.
Yes, please.
I mean, players wanting to
I want to
see
see these
things.
lovely charred corpses.
Can't wait to stay at Castel del Camp Vengeance. Got 5 stars on Airbnb.
Yeah,
Ostadel
it
Vengeance.
is a place of pure beauty and wonder.
Comes with its own bloodstains.
know,
Did you hear?
If you
Fabulous.
enjoy
Was I?
stinky, burning, charred corpses, etc.
I would
Uh-oh,
hazard
stinky.
I would hazard a guess that it's probably a very popular destination for denizens of the Nine Hells.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Meadow swimming, FYI.
Yeah, I can only do so much at a time, Josh. Jeez.
Be better,
Gosh,
Kirk. Be better.
You
Well, I mean,
Greedy
like,
player.
I was ready to do this, but then, like, I had to rearrange cams for some reason, and,
Uh-oh.
All right, there. Now,
Okay.
people are in boats going down a river, except for the bird that's flying because it doesn't need to be in the boat. You should all be able to see now. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I don't know why it was freaking out on the previous map. Okay, so, as I said, you were coming down the river. There are 4 rowboats tied up to a pole. There are piles of burning corpses and flayed animal carcasses swarming with flies in this ditch that surrounds the fort. I assume you're all going to pull in and tie up next to this rowboat?
Yeah, I would like to ask Undrill a question. And the question is it supposed to look like this here, Undrill? Is this how it's meant to be looking? Do you usually have corpses and things
I was fully hoping that you were like, I have a question for you, Undrill. What the fuck?
Oh, well,
Is there meant to be so much
I,
fire?
I've never been out here to Chult. I mean, I suppose if they are being overwhelmed, um, it would be too difficult to bury all of the corpses.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Well, yes. Let's pull in and see what we can do to help.
I mean, it's certainly decorated interestingly. It's certainly giving off a very welcoming vibe of "fuck off, don't come here, you'll die." But yeah, let's more up.
Hey, there's no need to be such a negative, Nelly. You're all strong and brave. You were talking all about it 2 days ago. You'll be a great help. And she'll like pat you on the shoulder.
Congratulations,
Can't.
you've landed.
Congratulations, you've been
Not
found.
patronising at all.
She was being genuinely nice. But I can understand why it would come across as patronizing to most people.
Meadow's just so used to his cousin shit by now, honestly. He loves it.
Right.
He's naive to a fault.
So, you have moored up and are at the bank. Do you want to go exploring?
I need to read one of my features real fast.
Andrew will definitely, pop out and start heading towards the camp.
I mean, there's absolutely no reason that I can't do that, so I think I'll do that.
I'm going to get Piku to fly over get quite high and then fly over the camp.
Oh, I think you're about to do what I'm going to do. Are you going to walk into your familiar?
Yeah.
Oh, I will not expend my wild shape then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna peek into the eyes of Piku. I'm just gonna like grab onto.
You should have control over the token.
I do.
It should have sight.
It does not.
I will give it sight as soon as you stop moving it.
I put it back somewhere I could see it.
Dun, dun, dun. It should now have sight.
Yeah, it does.
There you go. So you can see what it sees.
Cool. There's a lot of tents. There's fires burning. Is there activity in the camp?
Yes, there are some people. I just don't want to clutter the entire map with all those tokens. But it's, pouring down rain, so like they're mostly staying huddled out of the rain as much as they can. So you're not seeing a whole lot of people wandering around. So I will read the description of the gatehouse here up at the front. The camp is ringed by a 20-foot deep ditch lined with sharpened stakes, backed by a stout 12-foot high log palisade. It's hard to tell how deep the ditch is because it's perpetually filled with muddy water. The gatehouse itself is heavy enough to withstand a charging triceratops. The gates are closed, and this ditch and the area around has all the charred corpses and flayed animals, mostly, dinosaurs and things of that nature. So you can, wandering around in your familiar, can see that there are guards on top of the towers. There are some goats in the pen. Let me know if there's anything in particular you're really looking at.
I'm just going to check, like, the symbols on the guards. Are they of the...
So this is the Order of the Gauntlet. So there's like Torm and Helm and something like
It
that.
checks out though.
Yes.
It checks out to be the right faction and everything.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to call PQ back.
Okay.
There were just move my jacket so I don't see. There was a couple of loads of small tents, a very large tent, a large round tent. There were guards everywhere, and they check out. It seems that is the Order of the Gauntlet is just possibly been overrun, but there's people inside. No
But
one.
the people who are
seems-
holding it are all right, yeah?
They seem to be legitimate.
So Undril is approaching the gatehouse, and the two guards up top shout down to find out who she is, and she announces herself. And they will open up the gatehouse, the doors to the gate, to let her in. What are y'all doing?
That was really cool magic you did. I've never seen magic like that before. But I know one drill's rushed ahead, but right before we go in, I just want to offer a little bit of help in case we end up in a sticky situation. And I'm gonna cast aid on you three.
Thank you, Fenrir.
So you get 5. I will just post what the spell is. There you go.
Oh, it's not 10 hit points, it's hit point maximum. Nice.
It's applied Disciple of Life to it, but I don't think Disciple of Life would apply to aid, would it?
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah. So you only get 5, you don't get 9.
That'd be pretty fucking good if you could do that, though.
Yeah.
I think it's because for some reason it's counting it as healing, but it's not.
Yeah. Because this lasts for 8 hours and it's not concentration, so I thought I might as well do it now. So at least for the rest of the day, you've all got 5 temp HPs.
Max HP increase, because it can be healed.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I've just used the
Cheers for
override
that.
button to
Yeah.
put me to 23.
Cheers for that flower crown. I felt that deep within me.
Oh, actually, I should be 24, not 23, because
Still
I'm 19
In the
base.
waters of
Yeah.
Eldath, if you ever want to talk to me about Eldath, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, and he keeps walking on.
All right, so are you all going to make your way to the camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I will follow.
Follow one drill,
Who-
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I will stay close to my cousin.
Aw. Friend.
You coming out of the boat, Keller?
Oh, my bad.
So they will. The two guards will kind of look at y'all, but then Undril will let you in. So y'all can just move on into the camp of the thing if it'll let you. It might not because there's a dynamic lighting layer,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
it's fine.
should.
Yep.
Let me move Netta in there as well. Okay, so as you step into this nightmare hole, the ground here is a muddy, sloshy mess with puddles everywhere, mosquitoes buzzing around, the flies from outside, bugs. The goats over here in this pen look sickly and emaciated, and they're probably carrying malaria or something from the mosquitoes, and they're bleeding periodically. They got gunk in the eyes and everything. This camp does not look healthy. As you come in, let's see, Undril's heading, I think, over here. Let me double check. So many places. Okay, those are the hospital. Come in. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So Undril tells you to wait there, and she disappears into this center tent for a bit. And
Kirk, just in case you wanted to put it on stream, the map isn't up on stream.
Oh,
I didn't know
yep,
if that was
thank
your
you.
intention or not.
Apologize, everyone at home. So basically, you will see like guards periodically wander between these two tents. Mostly, they're trying to stay out of the weather because it is heavy rain today. But you'll see them occasionally walk along the outside perimeter, or to a supply crate or something like that. While Undril's in here. I'm trying to see which one is going to come up. Okay. There's so much stuff. Eventually, Undril will come back out and tell you to come inside and meet the leader of the camp. And if you follow, you will head into the center camp and meet the commander, who I don't think I have artwork for.
Probably an important NPC then.
Well, there's actually quite a few of the people in this thing that don't have artwork. Because there's so, like, the NPC list in this adventure is kind of ridiculous.
Wizards of the Coast didn't draw 200 different pieces of character art for this adventure.
I know.
Sloppy Wizards of the Coast. Sloppy.
No, they spent the time doing the maps.
Hey, I will say at least the freaking maps in this one are accurate.
Oh, don't start him off, guys. Fucking hell.
I whined to Kirk about Rhyme earlier today, in fact.
Yes. Rhyme was rushed. There's no other excuse.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I assume you're all going to go into the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as we approach, I just say, "Oh, Fernian,
Yeah.
I want to clean your galoshes off," and he'll just walk into the tent.
Oh, rude. Meadow,
I
I'm not
just realized this overlay is wrong too.
Yeah, I'll follow wherever my cousin goes, as I want to do.
Meadow, I'm not dirty, am I? I just look like an adventurer, right?
I mean, you're no more muddy than anybody else in
Okay.
the jungle.
Okay.
He's just being rude.
I'm sure he's got a good reason. And then I will go in the command tent. I will not clean off my galoshes or anything. I'm a furball. We're kind of.
Do you have galoshes?
I don't have galoshes on. No, I just assumed.
Made you look though, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah, I'm guessing we got like
Gems is
boots on and
showing.
stuff.
Oh, man.
You couldn't see my galoshes anyway because I got a big brown robe on.
Aren't you glad?
Like a big dirty
Isn't Renee
Gandalf.
glad that I'm part of the prophecy?
Furbolg, do you wear shoes?
I mean,
According to fish like that.
I know Kirk's not.
I'm glad that you and Minty aren't in the same game. I can only handle one of you at a time.
Well, as soon as the space opens up, let me know.
Fucking hell.
It's been a while since I've role played with Minty. A long ass while.
All right. I think this is gonna work here. Sorry, I just realized that this overlay was wrong as well with the cams, so I'm fixing that. Everyone should be good now. Okay. So as you enter in, sorry about that. There's a man standing over a desk, looking down, grumbling to himself. looks up, goes, "Ah, more adventurers, huh? I hear you come by a boat."
Very perceptive of you. Yes, we did. Quite a shithole you've got here, sir.
Yeah, well, life.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more.
You've obviously never had to deal with this festering shithole of a jungle.
Not for very long, that's for sure. I imagine you're quite adept by now.
Fern's panicking a little bit, and it's just like
Renee's just like sobbing into my hands, just going.
Like, I think Meadow probably realizes what's happening and just like it's almost like one of those like cartoons you just see like a little hand just appears on her shoulder and just like pats it gently.
the jungle isn't shit.
I worship the jungle, so he's kind of being mean, honestly. But whatever. Shut up.
But that's all I will say. He can carry on. I just want to quietly say the jungle's not shit under my breath.
So, like, if you want to, you can attempt to be nosy at the stuff he's looking over. But he's just basically flipping through pages and all this stuff, kind of only half paying attention to y'all, and says, "Well, I appreciate you bringing Underil here, but times require, well, less diplomacy and tact than I have time for, and needs must. So
Straight to it then.
I must insist that you carry a message back to Port Nyanzaru for me and some of my 6 soldiers, and return with some supplies that we are in much need of."
So you want us to go to Port Nyanzaru and then come back with your supplies?
Yes. I
Okay.
thought that's what I said.
Well, we have
What you said is whether it's agreeable, isn't it?
We have other matters to attend to that are more pressing than.
What's more pressing than the lives and well-being of the men in this camp?
Well, the fate of Chult itself.
Yep, I can get beyond that.
Yes, well, that's what these men here are here for.
Well, they're obviously not doing a very good job at it.
Well, no, because the jungle is a festering shithole that has made most of them sick.
Oh,
Jungle is not a shithole. You are just poorly managing your resources.
How?
I'd
You
agree.
have no idea what we've
do not
been
test me on the
enduring.
jungle.
Resource
The
management.
hordes and
I am-
hordes of undead and dinosaurs that are perpetually attacking this camp.
So here's
This
a question,
madness.
Kirk.
Yes.
Here's a question, Kirk.
Mhm.
I've got Furbolg magic, and I can like my disguise self allows me to like. It's just I can I can basically
Grow
I
up to
have
like
like a
3 feet.
3 feet or like, but
Mhm.
it's normally 1 feet. Can I grow
feet.
like 3 feet?
I mean,
Just like tower over him, and just like.
Proper Gandalf style.
I've like you're actually probably already scraping the top of the tent here.
Probably 8 feet tall, I'd imagine. Yeah, pretty tall.
So I mean, you can grow whatever it says you can grow.
I don't know. Like it. I think it just says like. I think it means I can appear 3 feet smaller, like to disguise myself.
Don't give many ideas.
But I can seem up to 3 feet shorter, so I can grow a foot. I'm guessing, because that's what the spell normally does.
Are you attempting to intimidate him or something?
I'm just reacting poorly to him just calling my home a shithole over and over again.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's
But I live
like,
here, so.
well, you live in a community up in the northern part of the jungle.
This is his problem. He can't manage his own resources.
It's not resource management. Quit trolling me. I mean, yeah, you can do that. Roll an intimidate check.
Sure. I have really bad
Open
internet.
his character sheet.
I'm going to cast Portent on him. On the other guy, I'm going to use my 5.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you just give me your 19 so I can definitely just be like,
Because I have to declare it beforehand.
oh. Well, I think you have to declare it before it's a success or not.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know
I
whether
like-
it's succeeded
can
or
I-
not.
Can I
Rolling
aid you in the
curve.
intimidation? Is that a thing?
The role's already been. He's not actually trying to intimidate. It's a forced
Sure.
mechanic from him
That's fine.
just having a reaction. But yes, you would normally, if you wanted to aid, you would do it before
For
he
a roll.
rolls. The same with the portents. Okay, so he has a 5 on the die, you said?
He has a 5.
Oh, 5. All right. He doesn't seem bothered either way.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go and fetch your supplies yourself.
Meadow.
I am not a
Meadow,
lapdog.
Meadow, settle down. You're
Well,
going to
you
get
see,
into
I
one
was
of your
trying
tizzies
to
again.
give you the more polite option, but you are in my camp, and here I am the authority. So your choices are to fetch my supplies and bring these sick men to the aid they require in Port Nyanzaru, or you can take their place.
Option 3, we fuck
Neither.
off back on our boat.
Yeah.
You can try.
Really?
And he will
You
whistle.
want to play it like that, sir?
Yes, he will whistle.
Oh, damn.
Let me throw you all in the tent.
You can whistle?
We we don't need to have a big argument. Eldath would say we should be still like the calm waters and not be a raging set of rapids. And she would advise that perhaps we just come to a nice compromise. You see, we have lots of very important things we need to do. You even said that the undead are causing you problems, and that's our primary goal here in Chult is to figure out what that's all about, and our lovely friend Inete here is going to help us do that. So we're actually going to help Inete first, and then help your men immediately after. I would never not help somebody in need. It's just there are so many people in need right now, and I will do Inete first, and then you straight after. I promise, even if these lot don't.
My men
these guys-
are sick and dying. I do not have
Good.
time to wait.
I can do some healings on them if you need. I can cancel them with the gods, and then maybe they'll be okay.
Undrew, go fetch person.
Go fetch person.
There's a name. I can't remember which one's which.
Sorry, Meadow. I'm going to sort of like whisper to him a little bit. Why the fuck are we here?
Sister Sias.
Tokenete. We agreed to bring her here.
And that's it.
You didn't agree to bring Annette here.
Not Anette,
Undrill.
Undrill. Sorry. Who's the
And that's
half-orc
it.
woman that's
Yes.
that's been helping
Sure.
you row.
Right, so then why the fuck is he trying to stop us from leaving then? If we've done what we've meant to do, let's fuck off and then do what we're actually here in the forest to do.
Because he is
In the jungle.
doing what humans do and throwing his weight around.
Pretending to be Johnny Big Bollocks, yeah, I get it, but like it's a bit pathetic really, isn't it? Like we've achieved our goal, and I'll start speaking a little bit louder now so he can
Everybody
hear.
else can hear.
Yeah. we've come and achieved what we set out to do, which was in fact doing you a favour and her. So we're square. So we can get out of your hair now and leave you to your camp and your plight against the jungle, and we'll go do what we need to do. I don't see why this needs to be such a big hoo-ha, and you need to stick your bollocks on the table.
Are you quite done?
Yeah, I stopped. That's usually what you do when you finish talking. So I'm waiting for you to reply. You understand how conversations work? Does he understand how conversations work, Meadow?
Fern is like tugging at her ears.
I have a charisma of 8, dude. I have absolutely no idea about. So you're the charisma character here.
I know.
Rob.
You're welcome.
I mean, Undrel was going to try to help, but then you keep opening your mouth, and she's like, so when you're quite done, he says, I've already told you what your options are.
And they're not agreeable terms, mate.
I don't care about your terms. This is my camp.
So you're going to keep us here prisoner then?
If needs must.
You're,
Looking at,
you're meant to be a man of the gods, and
I
your
am.
gods would not approve of this kind of behavior. This is a big blasphemy, a big bad blasphemy.
Do not dare to tell me what my gods would demand. My gods demand that I remove the undeath and unholy unnaturalness of this jungle from the land. And if you will not help me to aid my men in overcoming the disease and sickness that this land has brought upon them, then you will take their place. Undrel's like,
You're the charisma character here, Rob.
Can we just calm this down, please? So they did help. And I mean, they didn't even require payment to bring me here. They do have their own mission, and they have been hired. And I understand we need, perhaps.
We were hired by one of the merchant princes himself.
I do not
to
care
go
about
and
merchant
see-
princes.
Oh no! I thought maybe you would because you seem to really like order and structure. I'm sorry.
Poor baby.
questioning whether to use an intimidate myself or a persuasion.
Well, you're gonna have to do some serious ass kissing to change this to a persuasion at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you are the bee that has crawled under his bonnet.
Prudence wants to hit him in the face with a big furball fist. Doink. But I won't.
Boop his
That's
snoot.
what Prudence wants to do. Fern is a good girl.
Yep, I understand. I gotta play the characters the way they're written.
Oh yeah.
This guy sucks.
This guy's an idiot. I'm
This
just
guy
putting it
fully
out there.
sucks.
If this
He's
man has a
not.
positive intelligence
I'm
stat,
just
I'm gonna be
gonna
fuming.
lean into names, Neve. Oh my god. Rob.
Yes, Keller.
Keller. I'm just gonna lean into Keller and say, ask him kindly if we can leave. We've done what he wanted. We delivered the person.
While y'all are talking, Undrel will lean over to him and talk to him quietly.
I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Have a 19.
I wish I had calm emotions. It feels like I should, right? But it's not on my spell list.
I was about to say, that seems like a very you spell.
Yeah. But I can have inflict wounds, which is very fun, Aaron.
So that's a 21 then, Rob.
Only if
It
I
depends on what you're
require
actually
a
going to say
persuasion
to him,
roll.
though.
I've rolled persuasion.
But you've done nothing to persuade?
You need to actually.
Oh yeah,
persuade
sorry.
him.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was well. People were still talking.
Oh,
Sorry. No, it's okay. That's all right. Look, mate. I appreciate you're in a sticky situation. This jungle is unforgiving, right? We're all here. We're all here for a reason. We're all here for the same reason. However, your place is here, as is your men. And I appreciate that is shit. And you're in dire need of help and support. But unfortunately, we have slightly more pressing issues, which all amount to the same goal. Just somewhere else in this jungle. I understand you need supplies, but unfortunately, you need to do your best to work out how to get them. If we can send a message in some way, or we find other means of helping you along our journey, then we'll send something or someone, right? But we've done and come here and done what we've achieved and set out to do, yeah? And it's brought your girl here. We've done that. And once again, to reiterate, just by being asked, for no coin, no profit, no nothing, no ulterior motive other than to drop her off and then carry on with what we're doing. So if you would please let us leave and we can forget about all the nastiness, yeah?
Right. So,
That's brilliant.
here's my counter offer. You can leave.
Great.
The cleric
Off we go.
stays.
Under absolutely no circumstance.
Who stays?
My
Sorry?
men need
Fern.
healing.
Fern.
There
Right,
is
I tell you-
all the resources I need.
Hang about. We are leaving together. You and your men are remaining here. We all, the four of us, have a mission.
This isn't a
Right.
negotiation.
It is because you've just
I've given you
put
the
another
only
counter offer onto the
concession I'm
table.
going to give you. Take it or leave it.
I'll leave it and give you this instead.
Very well. Men! And like that, a set of guards will appear at the tent.
Oh, bother.
Yeah, under absolutely no circumstances.
Oh,
am I
bother.
leaving Fern Aaron at all.
All right, boys. Sorry, just having a little meeting with your leader here, who's not very negotiable or talkative in a sort of nice way at all. So let me just put things straight here, sir. What me and the cleric can do is see to some of your men right now. Sorry, what time of day is it?
It's like midday.
Midday. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Just so I sort of know, if it's okay to know, would it be perceivable to? Actually, no, fuck it. Sorry. So midday, right? That's fine. What we'll do, me and the cleric, is we will stay in the camp for 24 hours and see to your men, and then tomorrow afternoon, all of us, the four of us, our party, will leave.
If you can work with my healers to restore my men to a suitable condition, I will acquiesce to your request.
What is your definition of suitable condition?
Free from the diseases that plague them.
Kirk, just so I know,
Yes.
I realise obviously lesser restoration removes like conditions.
One of which is disease.
It is not. Oh no, it is. Yes, it is. Sorry. It's one. I can end disease and one other condition. So yeah, I can also chip in with this.
I will just sort of like turn then and look to Fern and Meadow and Renee. As if sort of like, sound good, agreeable?
If he keeps his word, I will help.
I think this is our best solution. I don't see it going well if we leave without satisfying them.
I want to help however I can help, and I want to stay with you guys as well. So,
Right,
so yes.
that's fine. Right. So turning back to leader man. That's agreeable.
Very well.
I assume what I've requested is agreeable, that we all leave tomorrow afternoon.
As long as you can heal my men by then.
How many points of lay on hands do you have, Rob?
It's a very good question. 15.
So that's
think
3
I'm reading that
people, and
right.
I can get 2.
And we're lesser restorationing them.
Yeah, I presume so. Because that actually removes disease.
Unless you have cure disease, but I mean.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Is that a first level spell?
No.
I think it's actually a 3rd level spell.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of
I
dumb.
only have 1 use of lesser restoration, and then I can bang a load of like cure wounds into people, which doesn't like cure their disease, but if they've lost any hit points, they'll at least feel a bit more sprightly.
Yeah, I've also got cure wounds, so I'm capable of that. So yeah, so in that case, he'll extend a hand, a slightly grimy, woad-ridden hand, to the leader to sort of shake it.
Yep, we'll do that.
This is the point where we work out that there's like 90 of them.
So, Undra will be sent to go get Sister Sias. Let me figure out which one of these is her.
I mean, theoretically, like they did say escorting 6 like diseased people. So if there's 6, we've actually got 6 uses.
Said 7, but
well, by the time that we long rest, we can do the 7th.
Yes. So let's see if she has a handout. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, just a generic token. Okay. So this woman who is wearing armor, but mostly robes, she comes in looking absolutely shattered, exhausted, like she hasn't slept in days, and is like, "Yes, Captain Breakbone, what can I do for you? Our Commander Breakbone, what can I do for you?" "Well, I have good news for you. These fine people have offered their assistance in restoring the men to health." She looks at each of you with a faint bit of hope and nods and says, "Follow me," and turns around and walks out of the tent.
Let's go.
I will just move these guards back to the other layers so they're not in the way. Because there are guards walking around here. Y'all know they're there. There's no need for them to bog up my map. All right. So she will lead you off to the one of the 2 tents. Over the course of the day, both of the tents, where there are soldiers that are dealing with all kinds of different diseases and maladies, malaria, wild monkey disease, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you will expend your spells to remove disease, there are 7 people that are in major need of it, and then the rest, it's like minor maladies. Mostly they need clean water,
Which Fern can do for sure.
Yeah, I can use a load of purified food and drinks, and like when I realize that, I guess I will like ask to see what their water sources are and then go
Yes.
clean them all up.
So their water sources are these barrels which collect rainwater. But the place is muddy and a breeding ground for mosquitoes, which then basically reinfests the water barrels. Like they don't, because of the condition of the camp, they don't have a way of. We lost somebody.
Yeah, Rob's just texted me and said his computer's just crashed.
Okay.
Oh,
He'll be back in a second.
I know they're overworked, but like, burn your corpses, guys, and like,
Well, they're
put some planks down so that you don't walk in mud. The fools.
All right. So on an out of character basis, this is the camp that popped up after they left Camp Righteous, where they were suddenly ambushed. So they flew in a hurry, got here, started building this place. They've been attacked by the zombies and dinosaurs, which are the corpses out there that are charred and flayed, but like it's been a torrential downpour.
Yeah,
so
it's
they
been a
can't
rush
keep
job
they can't
and
keep
driving
the bodies.
rain.
Yeah. So it's just bad circumstances that have led to a bad situation. But they're stubborn, people that have a purpose and won't abandon that purpose.
These guys are dickheads.
I might advise. I guess I probably know more about water than most people. I might advise they start sewing their water barrels up here so that they're at least off the ground. I will offer them that friendly bit of advice. Well, just the cleric lady. I don't want to talk to anyone else. Everyone else is quite scary.
So Sister Sias is like, she's friendly enough and she's so appreciative of the help, and it's a matter of the fact that she and like the two acolytes that work with her are doing the best they can, but there's so much going on all the time that they can't keep up, and they actually haven't managed a long rest in days, so they have been unable to recover their own spells and things of that nature, and they aren't the highest spell casters in the first place.
In which case, because I'm big Furbolg boy, even though I'm not strong, I will start like moving their water barrels for them, so that so they go where Fern tells me to put them.
Nice. Thanks. I will just tell you.
And like, if the stuff that needs clearing, like if the actual camp itself is a shithole, and it's like they need like manpower to like move like big heavy things that are in the way, I can expend like a wild shape. There's a big dinosaur that I can like shift into, a Hadrosaurus, like so I can literally just like turn into a massive dinosaur and like move stuff for them.
So the biggest problem with this camp, trying to think of what a good skill would be. Let me open up a character sheet and see.
That might actually be the best way for me to move the water barrels, honestly. If I just like get them wild shape into a Hadrosaurus and then like wrap my tail around them and just move them onto the platform as the dinosaur, rather than like carting them up manually.
It's NPC sheet, that doesn't help me. I need to look at an actual character sheet because I can't think of skills for some reason today.
That's okay.
I mean, would you accept survival to kind of generally get the camp?
I'm trying to let y'all determine. So I need you. Anybody can roll either investigation or
Me and the owl can do this.
intelligence-based survival. I don't know. It would definitely be an intelligence check. And if you're proficient in survival, or nature, you can add proficiency to it. So.
Well, in all fairness, what I will just do is I will make survival and I will roll intelligence because it's the right number then. So 14.
Okay. So the biggest issue with this camp is the fact that the water can't drain. In part because they haven't been able to clear the bodies. The ditches are like unable to drain. And the bodies from like the zombies and the dinosaurs are stacking up, and it's the water. They've worked so hard to make this place defensible to deal with all of the attacks that are coming, that the water itself has no way to get out of the camp.
So, like, is there like bodies and stuff in the ditches then?
Yes, there are like bodies and stuff in the trenches outside the.
Well, if they will allow me out with somebody if need be, I will start pulling bodies out of ditches or what,
Yeah.
whatever. And I will also suggest to Fern,
Mm.
if she has a first level spell slot, maybe
Yeah.
to create destroy water in the trenches, like destroy the water in the trenches.
It won't help. There's so much water in there, like it would take so many create and destroy waters.
How many gallons are you talking? Because it's like 30 gallons.
You're talking a 20-foot deep
they're like
pit
really deep, aren't they?
that's like, oh god, I'd have to measure it out, but I think it's something like I want to say it's like a 600-foot long trench around this place.
Okay. Yeah, in which case then I will just go I'll like use a wild shape to go into like a big dinosaur, like just a big beast of burden, like a certain Portney and Zaru, and just start using like my tail or whatever to like move.
Okay.
Like and to be fair, even if and if I can like clear the actual people, like the bodies themselves,
Mhm.
I will even see if I can dig the trenches deeper using like my dinosaur tail.
Yep. So that will help some.
I'll expend some more shapes as well.
And like Undrill will help, and having revealed this information and everything, it will be a matter of like needing to create like drainage holes from the camp out to the trench, and like creating almost like wooden grates and things like that so that the mud doesn't clog up the drainage thing, so that the camp has a chance of draining. So y'all will spend the day making improvements to the camp. So
I will use both my wild shapes to do whatever I need to do. That gives me 2 hours of like straight dinosaur power.
Yep. Okay. So when it comes to curing disease, we have 3 from Keller.
Yeah, because he can expend 5 lay on hands to cure disease.
So he can potentially fix 3 people.
I've got 2 second level spell slots and I have lesser restoration prepped.
Okay, so that's a total of 5.
5.
I can only do 1 more because I cast aid, and so I can only heal 6.
Okay,
So there's a
so
7th person who I
6.
can't heal.
Yep. So y'all will work through this day. Camp here. Tents will be provided for y'all. It's like y'all will need 2 tents to camp. But there's only 4 of y'all. It'll just be cozy because 2 of you are furbolgs.
Yeah.
Anette will stay with Undrill, just so that y'all aren't trying to cram a 5th person
Third person
into
in
your tent.
there.
Yeah. And then you will manage a rest and in the morning. If someone wants to expend a spell slot, or
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay.
then you will free up the last of the disease, and
whatever time I've got left in the morning, I'll carry on just like trying to help the drainage situation.
Yeah, I'll join you because I'm quite strong, and I know probably about water And standing water. Literally, maybe one of the only things I know about apart from plants. Hi, Rob.
He's back.
Hey, I'm not changing cameras again. Y'all are just going to be in wrong places.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
All good, Rob.
It
Just to
happens.
quickly
Crash.
catch you up. Biggest problem was that the fact that the water's not draining out the camp, so I've like dinosaured and moved a bunch of bodies and like dug some more trenches and stuff. You used your 15 points of lay on hand to cure 3 people of disease, and then I've used 3 second level spell slots, and then Fern's used 1. So all of them have stopped being diseased now, and then like we've hopefully helped the camp with its drainage problem.
Cool.
I helped.
Yes. So,
Funnily enough, wizards are not super good with that kind of thing.
But I went 8 and a 3, so I could make someone really mess up.
well, I
Twice.
mean, like, so there's another task that needs done.
Which is what?
Clearing of latrines.
Yeah.
I don't have mage hand. Damn it.
I mean,
what,
like,
what?
because they're not draining properly, obviously.
Keller will do it.
I mean,
So like you'll do the
Meadow
bit of
is-
curing that you can, and then like Inete will help. Undra will help.
Meadows fully.
Yeah, Meadow's a
dirt
bit
monster
busy.
anyway. Yeah.
I mean,
so-
like Meadow's hauling bodies out so that drainage is even a possibility. After he does his thing, so like
Yeah, fair enough.
it's
I've
like,
used all my spells and
yeah.
I've done my dinosaur time.
So yes, so like that first day, it's a beast. Y'all are working.
Oh, I thought you meant in the second day. Sorry.
No, I mean in that first day. I mean like Renee's gonna get her hands dirty one way or another.
All right, I've been helping. It's just that I haven't done any like specialized help. If that makes sense.
No. What kind of specialized help are you doing?
I think she means like she can't turn into a gigantic dinosaur and she doesn't have healing magic.
I've helped like push logs and clear wells and crap like that, but like I can't turn into a dinosaur. I can't kill people.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so
I know
yeah.
what I mean.
So y'all will camp that night in the camp, as I said, and then the following day there's still one more person that needs to be cured. Sister Sias has been like so appreciative for all of your help.
Aw,
She
nice.
obviously still not resting because until everyone's done, she's taking care of people who are sick, like, you know, and trying to keep things as close to functioning as she can. But your help has allowed her 2 acolytes to get rest so that she will eventually get a chance to rest. Your improvements to the camp will help them deal with the things. So in the morning, after the last person has been freed of the disease that is racking them, and people have been mended and whatnot, Sister Sias comes to you and says, "Thank you so much for your help. It's been a long and trying time. You'll have to forgive the commander. He's not a bad person. He's just, well, we
Wanker.
have orders and a job, much like you do. And his orders are to fortify a position for the order so that we can clear the undead from Chult. He's working with what he has. And he has a hard time seeing people as people and not resources. But I thank you for your help, and you're free to go."
Oh, let's get out of here. Fuck this. I hate this place.
If you can send anyone back our way for additional help, it would be appreciated, because it won't be long before the camp returns to the same state. We just don't have the manpower or resources to maintain here.
Of course. We will do what we can. when we can.
All right. So, y'all can walk out the gate, and the commander will just, as y'all are leaving, kind of stand by the front of his tent, and he has that look of pain letting y'all go, but at the same time, he's one of those people who, when he makes an oath, he keeps it. So, y'all will leave, and we will go back to the map of Chult, unless there's anything else y'all want to do in Camp Vengeance.
No, I
No.
cannot
No-
wait to fucking leave that place.
Nothing that will still allow us to leave.
Alright.
So here's a question for the party.
Mm.
Well, I guess I should tell you what the weather is today.
To the north of Camp Vengeance is Vaughan, which I'm pretty sure is where that necklace thing that we need is at.
Shield Guardian amulet.
Yeah, is that in
Well,
Vaughan? Yeah. Vaughan.
So Vorn is the. Oh snap! Y'all aren't leaving Camp Vengeance today.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no, Kirk, why?
Oh, great.
It's like really nice and sunny. The
I
moment
mean,
you,
y'all
like, leave
can
the
if y'all
gate.
won't. I won't tell you that you can't leave Camp Vengeance, but I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you that what happens today is a full-blown tropical storm. We are talking Gulf of Mexico hurricane blows up into Chult. High winds knock you off your feet, throw you around. Everything has disadvantage. Basically, you cannot travel on the river because your boat will sink. It's a... If you try to travel at all, you'll be making constitution checks to avoid exhaustion every hour.
So here's
So we worked hard on
Here's
that
the
camp.
thing.
Let's enjoy it.
the thing. I still want to leave Vengeance and just travel for an hour, just so he doesn't pen us back in there.
Okay,
Don't
that's
trust him
fine.
not to. I'm
But
putting
your
this to the
boat
party.
will sink.
No, I'm talking literally just walking.
That's fine. I'm just... I need...
But like, I
Okay.
just don't want to be in Vengeance because he's going to keep us there. If things just return, like even if we've done all that work digging out trenches and stuff, if they get
Yeah.
full of water again, he's just going to keep us there. I think we
Right.
need to even if we just get an hour out the way.
Yeah.
And stop.
I agree.
I think Fern
Yeah.
would very much be like, I really like the sister, but I don't trust
Nah,
Mr. Knee Break or whatever his name is.
fuck that. I agree, Meadow, mate. Let's just walk somewhere, like you said, and just
It's just
Hold
an
it out.
hour, an
Yeah.
hour, and then stop for the day.
Okay.
Can I ask as well? Obviously, we've been like helping out the camp. Have we
Mhm.
had time in that space to like have long rest or whatever? I assume not.
So,
stayed
yes,
overnight.
y'all stayed
Oh,
overnight.
we have. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It was me who used my second level spell slot to get the last person just because you were offline. So
So y'all can leave. I will need a survival check from Meadow at disadvantage. Okay.
12.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's almost freaking impossible for y'all to get lost.
It's almost like he worships the jungle or something.
Right. So, obviously, you won't make it into the next hex, but you'll at least be in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care which direction we walk. Honestly, I just want to be away from that guy.
You're going to... You can attempt to forage if you want in this bad weather, but...
Nah.
So,
Rations for tonight, I
rations.
think.
Everybody eat rations. Everybody mark a level of exhaustion.
Do we not get to make a con save?
You get one level of exhaustion automatically, and then you make a con
Okay,
for
cool.
the second.
Cool.
So
Conditions,
after
those.
you've marked a level of exhaustion, then I need the Constitution save.
19.
You're good.
3.
another level of exhaustion for Fern.
17.
You're good.
Trying to find it.
It's just where
It's under if you
yeah.
on your character sheet, Rob.
Yeah.
Underneath your hit points, there's a thing that says conditions. It's like it's in its a little box, defenses and conditions. If you click the conditions box, it'll open up like a little like slidey tab thing, and it's right at the bottom because it's got levels.
Oh, cool.
And then put 1 level of exhaustion.
Awesome. Cool.
And then make
And
a
then was it
Constitution save.
Saving throw.
Cool.
All right, you're good.
Awesome.
Okay. So y'all will make it out, travel for an hour. Which direction are you wanting to go? Towards Vorn or
Towards the
down
Aldani
towards the
Basin.
Aldani Basin?
Which way do we want to go, gang?
I think Vaughn.
Vaughn?
Born.
Whatever.
All right.
I think Inete seems like the kind of person where we'd be like, we can't go straight there. We're gonna go detour north for a little bit and then we'll come back.
Okay. I mean, she's hired y'all to take her to a place, and she'll trust that y'all will do it. So, yes, y'all travel north from the camp a bit, and it's tiring, harsh work. Y'all make a camp out in the jungle. It's a miserable day. I mean, it's much cooler, so the heat is less oppressive, but the
Just getting tossed around.
yeah, it's one of those. You're going to sleep wet. You're
Please tell me
not
you're small.
setting any kind of shelter. You're huddling under trees, kind of thing.
My favorite.
Please tell me small creatures have to make dex saves.
I mean, you can just poof your familiar out into the Feywild and then bring her back.
I'm just on about just like the rule, like in general. Please say that rule says like if a halfling jumps too tall, just gets
Just blown away.
But I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight,
Cool.
because it's been a long week, and I'm tired, and I obviously need to prep because we're going in a different direction.
Okay, cool.
Apologies.
No, it's all good. Like, it's one of the places I was trying to get y'all to go previously, but shit happened, and I'm like, I have no idea how this party's gonna go. So the only thing I'm sure of is we'll end up at Camp Vengeance.
Do we get a level for doing the Camp Vengeance stuff?
No,
Okay, cool. No worries. Just thought I'd ask a question.
I have a pretty good scale of where we're gonna catch a level.
Cool, that's fine.
So let's go ahead and head back over to the player screen, which will probably be out of whack, but you know what? Meh. We'll deal with that. Let's go ahead and do some outros. Let's go ahead and start with the newest member of this group, the Undead Gamer. How are you doing? How'd you find today's session?
Yeah, fun, confrontational, and fun. Yeah, it was good, very good. Thank you. Enjoyed it. It was nice to sort of like dive in with some I suppose heavy role play stuff. Sort of catch my feet, run in and interact as much as possible with the party, and be fully introduced with everyone and everyone's characters, and vice versa as well, I assume. So yeah, it was good fun. Thank you very much.
And where can people find you on the internet if you want to be found?
Absolutely. So you can find me on all the socials at the Undead Gamer, gamer without the E. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I live stream on Twitch, so find me at twitch.tv/theundeadgamer, where I'm a variety streamer. We're playing a variety of games at the moment. Tomorrow, in fact, I'm streaming at 11 a.m. GMT. We're
Ooh.
continuing our Bloodborne playthrough, so if you want to come and hang out
such
there,
a good game.
by all means. We're also playing Grim Fandango on the channel, which is I've never played before,
Hilarious.
and is hilarious fun, and is also something that I really need people to help me with in chat. So come along.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess then we'll move on to the other person whose camera isn't in the appropriate box. True. How'd you find
Yeah.
today's session?
It might look like I'm the undead gamer, but I'm not. Ooh. I really enjoyed today. I really Fern gets stressed at arguments, sure, but I actually really enjoy the party makeup as it stands. I really a big shout out to Neve's character, to be honest, being a very like ethereal, hey everyone, I can see the future, we all need to chill out kind of vibe. I like that a lot. And thank you, Kirk, for running. I know it's been a really long week, and it was really good.
I'm glad to have this group back and getting this adventure back on the road. I've wanted to do Tomb for a while, so
Yeah, I really like it.
Neve, how'd you find today's session?
So I really like Renee. I'm already vibing with her a lot more than I did with Nyx. I just don't think Nyx suited the world in the end. But I really like Renee. I really like Portent. Just make Kirk's face and go, oh. I loved Rob's RP with like the convincing the guy to let us go. Like, excellent RP.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want to be found on the internet. I'm basically nowhere. But I will carry on my Good News Friday.
Oh yes, please.
So an Indian village teacher, Ranjitisin Dizale, was given $1 million as a prize for being global teacher of the year. He then gave away half of the million. It was $1 million. Half of the $1 million, about £750,000, to the runners-up of the competition.
Oh,
That's wholesome.
So-
that's so nice.
Firstly, teacher of the year. Secondly, from a tiny Indian village. Thirdly, gives away £750,000 to the runners-up.
Shout out to that guy.
Right.
He teaches in a drought-prone village of Paradewadi, and was the world's most exceptional teacher, ahead of 12,000 other nominations.
Nice.
He teaches in Camp Vengeance. Oh no, sorry, you said drought prone.
Yeah,
sorry,
drought
not,
prone. Yeah.
not drought
Not dredge
vulnerable.
prone.
Right. Well, last but definitely not least, the other DM of this channel eventually, maybe, if we ever finish any of the current campaigns. Which I'm alright, that taking a while. Josh, how did you find this session?
I love Meadow. I find Meadow's so fucking easy to play compared to like other characters that I have played on the stream this week. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed stuff like playing Sterling and stuff, but like high whiz characters are my shit. I love bossing survival. I'm fucking super gassed that I managed to persuade Rob to come play, because honestly, it's been way too long since we RP together, and like quite often we don't tabletop together, we LARP together. So it's nice to like get around a table with him and actually be on the same side of the screen. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week already.
Excellent. Do you want to plug yourself?
Yeah, I'm at Singularity Josh everywhere on the internet.
Yep. All right. Well, I am Kilted Cajun, Kirk, whatever you want to call me. I'm the current DM of the 2 games running on this channel. Tomb of Annihilation is our regularly scheduled game, which will run most Fridays at 7 p.m. GMT. Definitely for the next couple weeks, but then, you know, holidays, Christmas is on a Friday, probably not playing then. New Year's, we'll see, probably not then either. So thank you for coming and watching. Thank you for everyone who has been with us throughout this exhausting week. We will be back Wednesday with the Addicts. This week?
Thursday.
Is it Thursday this week? I
Yeah.
got a lot going on.
I think we're playing 2 Thursdays in a row.
So,
decided.
all right, we'll be here Thursday. Look, they're addicts. Chances are they're gonna say, "Hey, can we play before then?" And I'll go, "Okay." But anyway, we're gonna play Thursday, next week. Just keep an eye on our socials. Follow the
Let me
channel.
just
We'll let you know when
divinate
we're
quickly.
going live.
Nah.
But yes, again, thank y'all, everyone, for watching. Thank the entire community for being so supportive. We've made some great progress this week. It has been a super successful channel launch, and I want to thank all of you for that. I'm going to go ahead and roll some credits, go talk with these people, and then crawl into bed for eternity. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.